Now, the Oxford Street is home to a lot of eateries. Now, right behind me is Eddy's Pizza. On my left, a number of eateries, including Papaya. And down the street, we have the KFC and many others. But how are they dealing with the outbreak of the coronavirus and the fact that Ghana has reported 6 cases? Remember, during the president's speech, his recent one, he said the likes of restaurants, pubs, eateries can stay open, but they must be cautious in how they do things, including providing water, running water and soap for their clients to wash their hands and sanitizers, among others. But how is the food business receiving this issue? Let's go to the Eddy's Pizza to see how they are receiving that. Come with me. So this is Eddy's Pizza, one of the known pizza places in Osu. Now I'm entering and seeing what they have, protecting you and I or themselves from the coronavirus. So when you enter, you realize there's a lady here who first of all gives you a sanitizer. Okay. So after I get my sanitizer, I can now start talking to you. And if I'm making an order to take away, I start doing that. But so I can touch this, or I'm not allowed to touch the menu. I can touch it. So I place my order. But do they come close, or you let them go back a bit?
No, we let them go back a bit. I stand here and then we talk.
Okay. So you take your order, and then the mode of payment, you use the POS, mobile money. Okay. So they touch those.
But we use the gloves to take the money. That's what we do here.
Okay. So you take the money. And who brings the food here? Those that are taking it away?
Yes, the waitress bring it to the reception, then the customers pick it up from there. Yes. So
there's no form of contact with the customer?
We communicate with them, but we don't get too close to them.
Okay. So yes. What measurement do you use? The arm's length or the 6 feet or 2 feet? What do you use? The arm's length?
The arm's length, yes.
Okay. But how do you guys feel about this coronavirus thing? Prior to that, I mean, it's business as usual, you chat with it, but now you're a bit skeptical, aren't you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So this is the first point of call at the pizza, Eddy's Pizza. So the ladies in their gloves, they're a bit trying to not to have as much contact with me. So from there, if you are not placing an order to move, you have to go sit down and eat your pizza. So you go to the restaurant this way. And then there's a lady here. And do you have running water, or that's it? The sanitizer sorts everything. So let me bring the manager or the supervisor here. So let's take a seat. A supervisor here to speak about the next. So, boss, when you come in after getting the sanitizer, what happens next in terms of protecting your customers and yourself and your workers from the coronavirus?
Yeah, what we do is we ensure that all our employees, all our staff, especially those who handle the food, they constantly get their hands washed. We have a running tap over there, and so they wash their hands regularly. And then same with the customers as well. I mean, with all this that's going on, we ensure that, I mean, we all follow the precautionary measures. Yeah.
So the running water tap is where? Where? Over there?
Over there. Yeah, behind this door. There's, yeah, just before you enter the washroom, we have a sink, and then the tap keeps running. Okay.
But how are you guys receiving the coronavirus? The president says restaurants, eateries, or you can continue to do your business. There's not a lockdown on you yet, but make sure you roll out the precautionary measures. But how do you receive this whole coronavirus and the food business?
We're taking it with all the seriousness that is required. It's not something we take lightly. We treat every customer who walks in here with respect and all that. But then again, we also have to make sure they are taken care of in terms of their health and safety and all that. So we ensure that we sanitize the hands of every customer who comes in here. We are not allowed, or we are not supposed to shake hands with any customer, so we respect that as well. And then we keep our distance as well. So all these are to ensure that both the customers and the employees are safe at the end of the day.
Now we'll move to the Jubilee House, where they've also started implementing some measures to protect visitors and workers of Jubilee House against the coronavirus. So let's move to Sami Uyafi, our presidential correspondent, to give us details of how the seat of the press, the government, is dealing with the virus. Sami Uyafi, take it from here.
The Jubilee House has begun the implementation of new measures aimed at reducing the spread of the virus. Running water and liquid soap, as well as hand sanitizers, have been placed at the entrance of the Jubilee House. Every visitor or staff at the presidency is required to wash his or her hands before gaining access to the main building. Temperatures are also checked to find out if visitors are carrying the virus or not. Earlier, the president met local pharmaceutical companies to seek their support and help in the face of the coronavirus outbreak. The meeting, which was at the instance of the president, was to trade ideas on how best local pharmaceutical companies can help address the spread of the virus in Ghana. President Akufo-Addo made a passionate appeal to the pharmaceutical companies to come up with local vaccines that can treat what he called a crisis. Ghana, as of Sunday, had recorded 6 cases of the virus, which has so far killed over 4,000 people across the world. President Akufo-Addo says help is needed from all angles.
And I'm seeing what is happening to us in this crisis as an opportunity. It has very big consequences, but it is also an opportunity. They say necessity is the mother of invention, and advisedly so. As we are now, in all of the areas which we need to mobilize to confront this pandemic, especially, we all pray that the measures that are being put in place will prevent that. But were there to be a surge, we have not got there yet, but were there to be a surge in the incidence of this pandemic in Ghana, we would all unfortunately discover that we are very naked to deal with it. So I called you here for all of us to put our brains and minds and hearts together to see a way forward for the future of our country.
President of the Ghana Pharmaceutical Manufacturers Association, Kofi Nsion-Poku, says the association is in talks with the Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, for the production of hand sanitizers to address the shortage that has hit the country.
We know that sanitizers have become scarce. We've developed a basic formula where we are trying to sort out with FDA to make sure that many pharmacies can make it so that it is easily available at the right price.
So you're still watching the Citi Newsroom. My name is Vivian Kai Lokko. I'm standing in front of the Osu Mall. Now, every day, hundreds of people come to this mall to shop for various things. Now, following the coronavirus outbreak, we're here today to look at the situation here, how management of the mall are implementing measures to protect customers, their workers, etc., against contracting the disease. Remember, the president has announced that the likes of shopping malls and all that should remain in business, but they should take precautionary measures to ensure that they protect themselves and people who come here. So let's walk through the mall and see what they've done here. Now, if you enter, on your left and your right, you see some companies in operation. You don't see any sign of anything yet. Till you move to a point, and then you see a hand sanitizer. So if you realize this is actually the man managing this place, well, we're told it's finished. Press it again and let's see what happens. So there you have it. There's some in there. So this gentleman just tested what is happening here. So you see the hand sanitizer on your right side, and then this customer who is about to shop here just tested to see. And initially he thought it was empty, but he realized there's some in there. But right beside him is the manager of the place. He's going to tell us more on what they're doing to ensure that people who come in here and those who are out of this place are protected. Welcome to the Citi Newsroom, sir.
Thank you very much.
What's your name, please?
My name is Boatin Setre.
Okay, right. So how many shops or offices do you have in this mall?
We have at least 12 shops in occupation in this mall.
Okay. And in a day, traffic-wise, human traffic, how many people visit this place in a day?
Depending on how busy the day is, we look at a few hundreds of people, sometimes less, sometimes more.
Okay, so I've seen that one of the preventive measures that is expected of places like you've done that, which is the hand sanitizer. But at the same time, standing here, you see people trooping in and they don't even go there. They go straight to wherever they are going to.
Yes, I don't know if what we are doing here is what is driving them away, but this is where we've decided that, okay, the traffic that comes in, if they are not coming to use the washroom, they'll probably take to the right turn, and so they would have seen the sanitizer here to, use it.
But you feel this is visible enough to spot it? Because if I am looking for a place, when I enter, I'm just going straight and not really look on my right or left.
Yes, but visibility, it's neither here nor there. If you really wanted to ask around where's the sanitizer, I'm sure someone here would have pointed it to you, that if you were so inclined. But I don't know how much more visible it could get, But I mean, yes, if there are more, so much the better. Someone was even suggesting, why don't we put one outside, for passers-by? And we are working on it. Okay.
So let's go to one of the shops. This is Nalem at the Osu Mall. Let's see how they are dealing with things here. Hello.
Hi.
My name is Vivian. I work with Citi TV. Yes, I want to find out how you're dealing with this coronavirus matter, how you're reacting to it. I mean, people come here, you're supposed to protect yourselves, they have sanitizers and all that. So how you're managing that. But first of all, what do you think about this whole coronavirus thing with regards to your business?
I think it's going to make everything slow. Because today, for instance, we've not really had people enter the mall. People have this mindset that in the mall you meet a whole lot of people, so you never know who is affected and who is not. So
today you've not seen a lot of people even come to the mall?
No.
Now, prior to this, on Mondays, is that what it is, or is usually buzzing?
It's usually busy here, but with the coronavirus and everything is really creating a whole lot of...
But how do you guys feel? You come into contact with people every day.
Yes, actually, when I was coming today, I was feeling really afraid. I was scared. But then if you take the precautions, you think, you're okay.
So what kind of precautions are you doing here for yourself and your customers?
I don't know if you saw it, but at the entrance there's a sanitizer. Personally, I'm washing my hand a lot, and I think it's good.
So you have a tap here, it's outside in the shop?
Washroom, and then your personal sanitizer, and then I don't have a mask though, but I think the mask can help.
So you consider getting a mask very soon?
You know what? When I was coming today, I passed by the pharmacy, and the masks, the gloves, everything was done. They said they were out of stock.
Wow.
So I just came like that, but I'm washing my hand a lot.
Okay, which is one of actually the best one to go by. So thank you very much, though. That's what is happening here, and one of the shops here, Nalem to be precise, they come into contact with a lot of people every day. This week, it's the first day of the week, Monday. There's not been much of any activity. They think it's because of the coronavirus.